Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Not Just Girl Talk. It's your host, Ashanti B. How y'all doing? Oh my goodness. Let's take a pause and enjoy the moment of being back. Oh my goodness. As you all can see, it is just moi today. My partner, she is not available to film today, but she will be back in rotation, okay? But we wanted to kick this off. We're going to have a series about transformation coming up, okay? So I wanted to... Oh, hold up. Let me get my... Hold up. Sorry, I ain't have my notes. Okay, what we doing? Look at me coming back. Unorganized. Anyway, okay, y'all. So we're getting started. It feels so good. I'm just happy to be back. Y'all already know before we get started, you gotta have a beverage in your hand. So I have right here. I was gonna come back with water because I haven't really been drinking. But I was like, it is special to come back today with beverage of the day with a real beverage in my hand. So I do have Riesling, and it's dry Riesling. I don't like the Chateau Saint Michelle brand. I don't like sweet wine, so this is where it's at. And I had to throw some ice in there, y'all. See the ice, because it was at the bar. I said, let me just pull it out. That's how I wasn't even ready to be sipping. But I said, I'm back. We back. Gotta pull out the wine. So, take a little sip. Okay. So, y'all, catching y'all up. Life has been lifing. I don't want to do too much catch up because Tiff not here, but life has been really lifing. We've been having some good moments, some ups, some downs. I've been here, there, everywhere, but I'm back here. If that's a catch up, I don't know what is. So jumping into the episode today, I want to talk to y'all about transforming yourself, right? And not on a motivational type, preachy type of transforming yourself, because I'm pretty sure it's a lot of things out here on the internet world, in the podcast world, or whatever you listen to kind of get you uplifted throughout the day, has to do with motivation. So I just wanted to kind of come to y'all from my angle, kind of what's been going on with me. And at the each year, I ask God to give me a word to stand on. And I know I said not from preachy, but God is foundation of my life, so I'm starting here. But like I said, so at the top of the year, I always ask God to give me a word, end of the year, to stand on for the upcoming year. This year, God gave me transformation. And I was like, transformation? And I was like, okay, so I prayed on it again, and it still was in my spirit, transformation. And when I say hearing from God, it's not like a voice like, transformation. No, it's not like that. It's like literally just a whisper like, transformation. That was and then I had some confirmational things in the word come to play. So I was like, okay, transformation. I'm like, it's a good word. When you think about it, you transforming, I'm like, okay, I'm finna be transformed. New year, new me, new job, just all new things, right? That's what, to me, in the space that I was in from the previous year, was transformation. I'm like, new beginnings, start off the new year, new me, new things, just things I've been working towards, praying for, thinking those things. This is what it's going to be. It's coming to pass. So as I move throughout the year, needless to say, it's been transformative, to say the least. And transformative in the capacity of life-changing transformation. I started out the year, so kind of to recap, when I got the word New Year came, I brought the New Year in a hotel with my kids. My entire apartment flooded everywhere. Just had Christmas. Stuff was messed up. Flooded my whole apartment out. We had to be in a hotel, bringing the New Year in a hotel. And everybody was like, well, you know, water is a blessing. Water means blessings. You're sweeping out the old, bringing in the newness. You know, you're going to have new carpet, new stuff in your house. And I'm like, yeah. So, that's all I can say is So, brought the new year in the hotel. New Year's Day, had a major loss in my family. Lost my cousin on New Year's Day in a car accident. So that was detrimental. Then on top of that, I've had parenting woes with, you know, teenage child that's going into the world. Major woes with that. On top of that, another major blow. I lost 2 jobs in 6 months. 2. Not 1, but 2 in 6 months. We're just in July, people. Okay? And that's not even other things that have transpired. I'm just condensing it for the sake of keeping things to myself, you know. But needless to say, when I got the word transformation, I'm over here like, ooh, God, is this transformation? Like, I'm thinking blessings upon blessings and newness and this and that. Yet I'm experiencing trouble after trouble, thing after thing. When I say back to back to back months of stuff, it's an understatement, okay? And I'm like, you know, when you think of a word, when God give you a word, you automatically thinking the best, right? Like, ooh, like I was thinking. But things have happened along the way that have caused me to transform who I am. And I really, when I was getting the content together for this particular episode, I'm like really thinking, because I want to deliver a quality message, but even in getting it together, it really allowed me to reflect on where I have been and what I've been going through that has really, God said the word was transformation. And it has truly been a transformative year. And there's always good in the bad, right? You got to see what the good is. And sometimes I have a really, really hard time doing it. I have a very hard time doing it because I'm like, when things are happening and people are like, well, you're going to get through it. It doesn't last always. Great, there's a big blessing coming with the great storm that you're going through. I said, well, it must be a real big old blessing because I'm going through hurricanes, tsunamis, you know, earthquake, whatever. The major disasters are happening over here. So whatever the blessing is, it got to be great. And at the same time, when people saying that, I'm also like, yeah, you know, my faith is dwindled down in that. But as I was getting the content together, to kind of go back to what I was saying, I really have gone through a transformation, and externally as well as internally. Internally, I journal more now. And in the journaling, I'm not just journaling like my feelings. At first, I was like, this is how I feel. This is kind of what's going on. Just kind of stating the obvious of where I was or where I am at that particular time. But now, in the space that I'm in of being transformative, the way that I'm journaling is to uncover why I'm feeling like this, the why behind things, and the depth to kind of what I've been going through, and what is it about me that I need to change. Because I know one thing that has really been, that I've been working on, is my attitude. Now, I don't got no bad attitude. Let me say that. I ain't a person that got a bad attitude. I'm generally smiling, lighthearted, fun type person. But when I say attitude, I can be very alpha female. I can be a alpha female. And being an alpha female, because I've been independent for so long and kind of in that dominant role, my attitude can come across very abrasive, or I can come across very stern or very matter of fact. Right? So I'm learning, I have a desire to continue to be an alpha female, but with a softer approach, if that makes sense. So now I'm trying to work on how to channel who I am without losing who I am, but also tapping into the other side that I really yearn to tap into. Like, I have always been boom, 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 in your face, dominant, yes, boom, like just really an alpha female. Okay, I don't know no other way to put it. But right now, I'm really trying to, I want to be that role, but experience the softness of me as a woman. And I've not tapped into that, which is what I'm working on. And being that alpha female, I'm trying to tap into the softer side of me. And in doing that, I'm able to recognize certain things in journaling that I haven't been able to recognize before. So, with that being said, my takeaway in this whole conversation of transforming yourself is kind of what I'm learning, right? What I'm learning right now. So what I'm learning is to be quiet. Be quiet and don't say everything. Everything doesn't need to be said. I don't have to respond to everything, and I don't have to let everybody know what's going on, because I am a person, I'm like an open book. Any of my friends, my close family, my sister, my mom, they know I'm an open book. I'm going to talk. I'm going to say what's going on. You know, it's just me. Like, I'm here for advice. You tell me what you think, what I think. This is what's going on. But in this particular season, I've learned to just be quiet. That's something that I've learned. Also, what I've learned in this space is being still. Being still. Because I can make a hasty decision real quick when something's going on, emotion. I can make an emotional decision on a temporary circumstance. So in the capacity that I'm in now, I'm learning to be still and move out when I need to move out, not when I'm emotionally riled up about something. Another thing that I'm learning is to really, really, really trust God. And when I say trust God, it's not like wake up like, oh yeah, I trust God. Thank you, God. Hey, God. Good morning. No, and no. I'm talking really, really trust God when you know you can't do nothing. When you can't make a way, when you can't figure out, when you don't know to go left, right, front, back, up, or down, you got to just stand, be still, and trust that God is going to work it out. And another thing that I'm learning is to be in the moment, right? Just be in the moment of life. Be in the moment, even though I'm going through or I've gone through certain things. Being in the moment, dealing with those emotions and not pushing past them. That's really important. Excuse me. That's really important because we can push past emotions and never deal with them, which is why we go through something else again. For the first time, I'm really sitting in the space, dealing with the emotions, uncovering the things that are happening, really writing down, really, really looking at the ugly truth. Yeah, looking at the ugly truth. That's really what it is. Wow. I didn't even have it in my notes, but yeah. Getting to the ugly truth. Like, woo. That's a little, woo. That was something right there. But that's where I'm at. And these are the things that I'm learning. These are the things that I have learned. And my takeaway today in this entire conversation that I'm having with you all, I'm so excited to have it, but is to, if you're going through something, sit in it, go through the emotions. Don't try to rush past them, but don't stay there too long because it can bring about depression. And if you can go to a deep, dark place, we definitely don't want that. But what I'm saying is face the emotion head on. Sit in the emotion. Write it out. Face that ugly truth that may be happening. Something that we may have done have caused us to be in the position that we're in. Something that may have happened in the past that we now are facing again because we didn't handle it the right way the first time. So it had to come back around the corner. So, we'll come back around the corner. Let me not be Michigan. Come back around the corner. So sit in the emotion, write it out, face those ugly truths because it's just you. Write it down and face it head on with yourself. And that will allow you to grow internally, and it'll be seen externally. So I do feel like what we work on in the quiet when no one else is around, it can be seen. The light will show, the change will start happening. We don't have to say we changing. We don't have to say we writing stuff down. We don't have to say what we're doing. Being quiet, being still, trusting God. Those are things that I've learned. Sitting in that emotion and getting it out. So I want you all to be able to do the same thing. And I'm only telling you what I've done right now. Like, I am doing it now. I am doing it now. Not saying it is perfect. Not saying that I've arrived. No, it's a work, but I'm doing the work honestly and truly, and I'm not just talking about it either. I'm actually doing it and uncovering things about myself. So right now, that is all I got for today. But if you do want to give me some advice, put it in the comment section. If you want to send us an email just to vent about something that you've been going through, if you want us to pray for something for you, we can do that. I do believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So if you send us something to pray, this is who I will be praying to, okay? Be Jesus, okay? That's who it's going to be. So just letting you know, this is what the prayer request is going to be prayed to God. My God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I just wanted to put that out there. And if you have something that you're going through, you want us to read it, you want the audience to kind of give you some advice on it, definitely send it to us. Our email will be on the screen. And if you're not watching, you can also, you're listening, it's notjgt02@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for listening to me. I'm so happy to be back on screen, back with y'all. Okay, so if this has helped you in any way, I'm so thankful that I'm able to get this information out. The ugly truth is the best. You have to face it head on, and facing that ugly truth can transform your life internally and externally. Let's work on this together. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Not Just Girl Talk. We love you. Bye.